once you figure out the topic, the general area that you know, that you like, you already kind of are in it, or you've been in it, or whatever, or you're very interested in it, you're passionate about it, whatever it is, then you kind of look at those things and you start, either the answer will come up immediately to you. You can say, oh, okay, I could probably do this. Then, or you can start looking at what business could I start in this realm? What need needs to be filled? What could I do better than other people? What could I be the best at? That's a good question. What could I be the best at? If you start thinking about it like that, where could I be the best that's ever lived? Some of you may not think that you can be, but if you think along those lines, you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get to something that you're good at, that you're probably passionate about, because we don't do things that we don't like, right? Most of the time we just avoid them at all costs. Pay attention to those too. What do you avoid? Don't do them. Capitalize on your strengths. Screw your weaknesses. Just whatever your weaknesses are, make a list of things you don't like to do, things you think that you're not good at. Don't even try to work on them. Like, don't even try to think about them. Just be like, okay, well, I'll address that maybe later. What am I good at? Because I need to make some money.
You ain't no motherfucking far from a.
Welcome to the show. My name is Kathman. Thanks for coming back. It's been a while since I've sat in a chair, looked into a camera, and said things like, where's the camera lens? I have no idea. I don't even know where it is on this thing. Really, I don't. It's a new camera. Oh, there it is. To be accurate, it's been since the last time I sat at a chair and did a video was in 2009. So whatever year it is now, it's a while from now. It's like 9 years. Cool shirt, right? Check this out. It's gonna be May. That's not the right song. Hit me, baby, one more time. I thought it would be ironic that if I look back on this video one day and think that I was filming this in the 90s. I thought that'd be hilarious. Which is actually when I started making videos, by the way. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about, you want my advice? And I'm going to give you some advice. Today is entrepreneur till I die. I am an entrepreneur. I started a business when I was 19. I have since started about 7 or so businesses, now more. I have a studio here. I have a photography business, video production business that I'm sort of getting into again now. That was my first company. My first company was a video production company in Florida. I'm in Dallas now. They kicked me out. I'm kidding. I've gotten a lot of questions before about different things, so I thought I would start doing some. And I love just like giving like my opinion. I love giving my opinion to you. Now I love giving just advice, helping people. I like to read sometimes, like nonfiction. You know, I like to learn. I do. And that actually all started after my first business dissolved. I kind of changed my game up quite a bit, and I started learning. So that's what I like to do, and that's what I want to help others with too. So, I mean, I got a lot of funny things here that I want to do later on, but I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. My advice for if you want to start a business. Let's start there. Or let's just do that for today, because I don't want to do too much. I'm very busy. In case you're wondering, yes, people used to pay me for this advice. A lot. All right, so advice for starting a business. That's still hot. It's hard to give advice when I don't know anything about the business or anything like that. So general advice, things I've learned, because I've made a lot of mistakes. I've started businesses that I shouldn't have because I had no interest in the business. So that would be my number one. Probably start where to start with stuff that you know. Seems pretty simple, I think, but a lot of people don't do that. They look to where they think they can make money. And that's a mistake, because if you're getting into a business and thinking you're just thinking on the fact that you could make money from it, like on a, I mean, not to say an invention. If you're an inventor, invent for sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, this could make us a lot of money. Unless you're good or have knowledge or skill of the area or passionate about it, not only is it probably going to flop because you don't know what you're doing, but you're not going to really put forth the effort that's needed for it to be sustainable business for you. So just don't do it. You're going to underestimate how much effort it's going to take to actually have a business that supports you fully. It's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time. And you may luck out like me and start off with a bang, but what I want to warn you against is to get comfortable with that, because that's, you always got to be trying to figure out a way to get business. That's the number one thing about business, is getting business. Nothing else really matters. I mean, in my opinion, that's about probably the number one thing for business, is to realize that you need to get business. You want to start a business, pick something that you already know to start. Pick something that you have an interest in. Don't go where the money's at, because the money is there because those people created it. It's not because it's just there. It can easily be somewhere else. It's everywhere. I mean, that's the thing, you're learning about when you learn about the market and things. It's already out there. People already exist. Money already exists. They just don't know you, and you just don't have the money. Let me say that again. People are already out there. They exist. Money is out there. It already exists. Your potential customers, who you don't know yet, are already out there, but they just don't know you, and they don't know your product or service, and and you just don't have the money yet. So it's already out there. So you just got to figure out what's the best method for you to get there. The best and fastest methods are always the things that you already have skills in, that you already have knowledge in, that you already kind of know the market of. That's a great place to start if you can figure something out in that realm. Whenever you start a business, you want to be in an area that you at least know of. And if you don't, then, maybe hopefully you have something else bringing you money right now, because it's going to take a lot longer than if you at least knew the market, or at least had the skill or talent, or at least had the something, the nature. The real issue is the work that you'll have to do and put forth that you won't really want to do if you don't like it. And I say passion isn't necessarily the answer, it's the indicator. Passion is your brain's way of saying, I like this, and I'll put a lot of effort into it, and I like doing it. For me, it's always been photography. It's always been video since I was a kid. Acting, performing, writing, comedy, video and photography, and entrepreneurship. Honestly, that's where my realms fall into. Since I was lucky that kind of just happened when I was young. But I also had other things I was interested in. I was an athlete and stuff. But my main problem was that I didn't know that they were potentially could be something that I could actually make a living at. I remember the first time actually that I saw someone as an adult. I was like 24 or something like that. I had done video production, and that made sense to me. And I did it, by myself as a business as well. And I thought you needed all these different things. And I met somebody at a bar who said that, I asked what he did. He said he was a photographer, and that he lived downtown. And I was like, that's all you do? And he was like, yeah. And it just kind of blew my mind for a second. I don't know how old I was. I was mid-20s. And I already had businesses. I had a business that had photography in it. And I just never realized before that you could have a business that you just do photography. And I was just like, what? It just kind of, and you could afford to live downtown, and that's all you do. And it just kind of like, so at a young age, I never really, really it wasn't a possibility. Like, acting was a pipe dream. some people still consider it a pipe dream, but the internet's changing that. Video making wasn't that big of a pipe dream because it's a service that you can provide. Photography as well, but all these things are changing because in the past 10 years or so, businesses changed completely because of online. It's kind of like you can become your own actor. That's something maybe I'll talk about another time. You can become your own. You can do your own thing, and maybe for instance, in the realm of performing in the arts, Hollywood isn't the end result anymore that everybody wants. Right? That's something I might talk about later. But so it's kind of changing for everything. But video and photography are at the height of all this because that's one of the main 3 or 4 ways that we communicate. I think there's video, there's photos, there's written, and there's audio, and of course there's in person and talking to people on stage or whatever. I think that starting a business for me was never really scary. It's still not. I just wanted to do it, and I think that has to be something that you address with yourself too, because not everybody wants the same things. And yes, there is a plethora of opportunities for you to make money on your own and have your own business. Now with the internet, there's literally like anything that you want to do, you can probably make money at if you are good and you put through the time and you know how to work it. For me, I was like 12 when I first decided to be an entrepreneur. I remember very vividly, my dad came home it was after my sister's wedding or before it or something. For some reason, the whole family was over, and he came in the house and he told us that he lost his job. At the time, it was a very high-paying job, very well. Like for a couple years, we flew first class and kind of had all the stuff that goes along with that, and it was a big hit. And I just really couldn't understand how that could happen, how someone would lose their job. And I remember asking my mom, I said, look, like, how could this happen? How could someone, I don't understand, thought that's just, you had a job and that's just what you have until you choose to have another job. And she said, these things happen. She said something. I said, well, what do I got to do to not, how could I like not run the risk of getting fired? And she said, like, how could I said it some other way. She said, you'd have to be the company. You'd have to be the boss. I'm like, how do you be the boss? You'd have to own the company. I'm like, how do you own the company? So you'd have to be an entrepreneur. And I was like, okay. And that was it. Around that age, I tried to start a lemonade stand, lawn mowing business. I got business cards too, no joke. I sold duct tape, wallets at school, necklaces. I sold candy in the off season of the fundraising for candy. I never made a lot of money, but for me, like $20, $100 or something like that is like fantastic. I'll pay for the movie, whatever. So that was enough for me. I didn't take internships when I was in college because I already had a business that I was doing in college, and that was paying my rent through college, and I thought it was stupid to go to an internship because I had no desire to work for a company at all. I don't know why. I just never had the desire, didn't care to. My degree was actually in journalism and TV production, and I just there was nothing about that I wanted to do. So I continued on with my business, and that will actually continued a year or so even after I graduated college. My advice is to become very self-aware. I continue to become self-aware, because we evolve, right? But we also don't. There's certain things that, we kind of push back and we forget about, and like, that's not really my dream, I don't really care about it. Pay attention to those things, because even if it is like to be an actor or to be something that like a director or writer or an astronaut, something, really out of this world that people, tend to think that you're, well, that's a dream, okay, keep your day job, whatever that is. Pay attention to those things, think about them, because they're signs for other things, and maybe they are direct signs of exactly what you should do, but they also could enlighten you to your actual skills, talents, and abilities. Here's the thing, like, and if you're having trouble thinking about it, I could give you, I mean, almost any scenario. I think that I could probably come up with a business idea for someone who thinks that they are like way, south and north, right? I got way too many different things I'm interested in. I cannot put them together. I feel like I could put them together. I say most of my stuff's like in the same niche, and it really kind of is. It's in the same like sphere. But someone who's not, I would say like a lawyer, and something like way like marine biologist, and then the other way like actor. He wants to be an actor, a lawyer, marine biologist that wants to be an actor too. Idea. What my business idea would be for you would be to, easy. If you got money, if you are a practicing lawyer, then you probably got some saved up. Get a small crew, like 1 or 2 people, or find a guy who would do it for free for the opportunity, because now YouTube and Facebook and all and social media is taking over, so you don't really need Discovery Channel to give you green light. You can just go do it. I would create your own show where you go out to the ocean on boats and stuff with other marine biologists looking for stuff. You're the on-camera talent actor. You're in the ocean talking about, your subject is the marine biology. And your hustle, your business, is that you help these marine biologists with legal issues. Lawyer. Boom! So, anything can be made into the possible exact dream that you want. I mean, for that guy or girl, that might be pretty freaking awesome. And people will work for nothing. I mean, us creatives, I mean, not me, but other people, I used to would have, for sure. And honestly, if you pay me a good amount of money, I'd probably still figure it out. For a creative, that's an opportunity to have severely awesome content, a gateway for other people to see what you can do. So they'll work for free, or they'll work for cheap, or you can, then you come up with a show idea. If you don't have a show idea, then look to your creatives and see if they can help you with some. It's kind of like a docu-series thing. Anyway, so I think that you pick things that you're passionate about, that you know about, because that's the easiest to start, and even all the way through. Or why would I pick a business based around jump roping? Because I don't know. I can't hula hooping. I can't hula hoop at all. Like, I can't do it. I can do it a little bit. I feel like if I practice, it could be pretty good. But I'm not like super awesome at it. So I wouldn't pick a hula hooping business. I know nothing about. What do I know nothing about? I'm very interested in a lot of things. So I'll like dabble in things just because I'm interested in them. But I couldn't be a doctor probably because I don't care enough. I mean, no, let me take that back. I care, but I don't want to do it. I mean, because I also don't want to go to school. I don't know. It just, the whole lifestyle, I don't want to do it. I can't work on cars at all. I couldn't start an auto shop. So you can like take some off. Like, I definitely can't do this. I definitely can't do that. I would make a list. Okay, here's some action steps for you. Make a list of things that you like, things that industries that you've been in, things you like to do, stuff like that. You'll start to see trends. And once you figure out the topic, the general area that that you like, you already kind of are in it, or you've been in it, or whatever, or you're very interested in it, you're passionate about it, whatever it is, then you kind of look at those things and you start, either the answer will come up immediately to you. You can say, oh, okay, I could probably do this. Or you can start looking at, what business could I start in this realm? What need needs to be filled? What could I do better than other people? What could I be the best at? That's a good question. What could I be the best at? If you start thinking about it like that, where could I be the best that's ever lived? Some of you may not think that you can be, but if you think along those lines, you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get to something that you're good at, that you're probably passionate about, because we don't do things that we don't like, right? Most of the time we just avoid them at all costs. Pay attention to those too. What do you avoid? Don't do them. Capitalize on your strengths. Screw your weaknesses. Just whatever your weaknesses are, make a list of things you don't like to do, things you think that you're not good at. Don't even try to work on them. Like, don't even try to think about them. Just be like, okay, well, I'll address that maybe later. What am I good at? Because I need to make some money. That's probably my first step. That's probably my first thing for starting a business, is to figure out what it is, and how you do that is exactly that. Figure out what you like, what you're good at, make a list. Passion, think about passion. Passion is your indicator. It's not necessarily the answer, but it's an indicator of a direction that you, or a sector or category that you might be very good at, or very maybe the best at. So start there. And that takes some time sometimes, especially because you're probably dealing with some fears and some beliefs in your system that are just wrong. So know that you're dealing with a lot of things that people have told you about a certain business or about a certain dream or whatever, that are just based on their opinions, that are based on nothing, except that that's what they think, because that's what's been told to them. So they may not, and they're often completely wrong, because they've never been in the business before, so they don't actually know. So and honestly, neither do you, or maybe you do, and that's good. So, but just realize that you're dealing with certain insecurities, you're dealing with certain beliefs, and that may be wrong, and you may have to fight them because you've been kind of like, oh man, can I really do this or whatever. So, this may take some time, but it's the most important step, because if you pick the wrong thing that you're not really wanting to do the work in, or you're not really excited about, or you're not really good at, you don't really got skills to do, then you're kind of pinning yourself up for a losing battle. Think about it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. My name's Dan Kathman. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you want to know anything else, let me know what it is. I got some ideas. I'm going to keep going with some different stuff. So I'm going to stay in my lane about what I kind of know. But if you want to know different things or have specific questions about certain things, let me know. I'm going to make a video about it. And if not, then I don't care. Okay.
You do it, but you don't do it like this. You don't do it like this, but you don't do it like this. You don't do it like this.
I have a photography bit. Think about it. Thanks for watching. That's stupid. I'm not gonna do that. Thanks for watching. My name's Dan Kathman. I have a tickle in my throat. I don't know how I want to say. Jeez, what am I going to say? I have no idea. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Dan Kathman. What is the deal? Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Dan. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Dan Kathman. Please like and subscribe below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Okay.